Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Phillies offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. It's a second down run with Sanders. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Chase Young. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown! Dallas Goedert from 6 yards away. And the Eagles are on the board here first in the season opener. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on first down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go play action. Howell. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 60 yards. And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. 7-7, our score. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
I'm not lying.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the first down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
Montez Sweat with a tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends.
And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Here's Williams to return. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jamison Williams, 38 yards. And the Commanders have moved out in front. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Hurts finding Goddard there. First down, Philadelphia. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. On first down, Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Hurts trying to hurry up the offense. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Flush to his right. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Williams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it. Down by 2 scores. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the second quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. And the Eagles going to get 1 final possession in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Jordan Berry out to punt on 4th down. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Oh, it bowls over it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So we've reached halftime here on opening week. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now they go play action with Hal. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And now some disagreement down on that sideline. The red flag is... Faking the handoff. Howell. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another first and 10. Howell to the air on first and 10. That pass caught. It's Williams. Touchdown. Jamison Williams with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Commanders are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Williams. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a first and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. First down, Howell to throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Hurts. Buying time to his left. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 93 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Oh, able to avoid him. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down. Again, it's Robinson. A beautiful fake. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Robinson. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Howell looking middle, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Good throw there. And I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to let it fly. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover. But it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but